Hello, my friends. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's hang for a while here, live. Oh, I think this one's better here. Yeah. Hello, my friends. In this live video, I wanted to answer some of your burning questions and also talk about some of the audio plugin news lately this week. Some pretty cool releases that just happened, and I wanted to inform you. Some links are in the video description in case that you want to check them out. We're gonna talk a little bit about them here. So yeah, this video will be responding to questions from my audience in English. I'm gonna make a video later for my Spanish speaking audience. So let me know in the comments section where are you from. If you are able to hear me, I will be more than glad to check out your comments, respond some of the questions that I have here, and also we can check out some of your latest questions if you have in the comment section here in the chat. Right, so I'm gonna share this video with my loyal email subscribers, of course, as well. And so yeah, let me know where are you guys from. It will be awesome to know where you are from. Here where I live, it's 3:55 p.m. All right. So yeah, my friends, first of all, I would like to talk about one of the latest releases when it comes to amp sims. This new release comes from Neural Dsp, right? I was very excited about this release, even though it's a super expensive plugin that I know, or that I think it totally worth the price. But yeah, it totally caught me off guard. I didn't expect that release, to be honest. All right, I'm just sending here the video to some friends so that they can join the chat as well. Yeah, happy to be here, my friends. Doing these lives, it's pretty fun. I don't know why it took me so long to make another one. All right, so are you able to hear me right now? All right. If you want to support the channel, you can do that on my buy me a coffee link I put in the video description. It would help me a lot to keep creating content for you guys, hopefully valuable stuff. Okay, so let's begin with the news, shall we? So Neural Dsp released the Archetype Petrucci. It has a 14-day free trial and it costs 149 euros. Totally out of my league, totally out of my range, and I'm sure for some of you, but you can try the full plugin for 14 days without limitations on those 14 days, right? So it's an amazing amplifier. I don't know if you saw the news, if you saw other YouTubers trying it out. So John Petrucci is one of my favorite guitar players, and I had to check it out. I'm gonna do the video and release it next week, but I have a surprise along with that video. Would you like me to check out some free plugins that might get you closer to get Mr. John Petrucci's guitar sound? If so, please let me know in the comments or in the chat box. So it has all of the effects and sounds that John Petrucci uses for Dream Theater, solo album, Liquid Tension Experiment, wah pedal effects, right? 4 amplifiers, acoustic, clean, rhythm for the heavy chugs and riffs, and for the leads as well. So yeah, pretty cool. This is the Archetype Petrucci I just wanted to talk about here and to let you guys know about the news. Pretty cool. You can also use the wah pedal and volume pedal with a MIDI foot switch, right? So pretty cool. I don't have my MIDI foot switch, but maybe some of you might have. Awesome. So I think for some of you it might seem very expensive, but 149 euros compared to the gear that John Petrucci have. That he has $10,000 or more worth of gear in a plugin of 149 euros. But I challenged myself to try to come up with free plugins. So in case you wanna check out that video, stay tuned for next week. Pretty cool. All right. And also another news, I just wanted to inform you as well of 2 free plugins that are available for a limited time. I don't know exactly the time. So this is the Trash 2 by Isotope. It's available for free. It's a multi-distortion plugin, so to speak, dual distortion plugin. And it's also available the 25 by IK Multimedia. Sorry. So both of these plugins are available for free. I'm gonna leave the links down below in the description and first comment, right? So you create an account in both of these websites. Here is the link. And yeah, Trash 2. I think I will be checking this plugin out as well. So yeah, my friends, the links are in the description box. All right. So yeah, how are you guys doing? And let's continue with the questions as well. Remember that there is a small lag, so I might take a little bit to see some comments and reply or answer. So let's move to the first question. Okay. So Mathix Heavily. He's the one of the members of a Facebook group where I am in. He's the moderator there. Cool dude. He sent me this question. How do you keep track of, choose from a lot of iRs? I have almost 6,000 impulse response files with probably a lot of duplicates. How would you organize this in a meaningful, useful way? Very good questions, Matt. Very good question. And I'm sure all of you, if not, most of you will identify with this, right? We are collectors sometimes. We have a lot of free plugins, a lot of impulses, drum samples, and effects samples. So, how do you organize and keep track of? Well, you have to be very, very. When it comes to the tools, since there are a lot of free tools at our disposal every day, every week, right? And I share a lot of them with you. You need to be very mature about this and put on your big boy pants for this. You need to commit to sounds. You need to commit to things. You need to, you know what? I am gonna curate this list of impulse responses. The way I do it is I go testing some of the impulses and I choose, let's say, from a folder of 50 impulses, I just choose the 10%, let's say. So 50 impulses, I choose only 5. I get rid of all of those impulses or samples or whatever. And actually, every month, I try to look on my hard drive and get rid of plugins that I didn't use or plugins that I don't need anymore, and I just uninstall them and delete the files, right? So yeah, that's how I do it. You need to commit to sounds. Yeah, that's one of the ways that I do it. And yeah, you have to act like an adult here because we can spend a lot of time collecting iRs, sample packs, plugins, and don't, not get anything done. So yeah, try to commit to 5 tools to the 10% or 20% of everything you have. Just delete everything. Remember that there's not going to be the end of the world if you do it. I'm sure that 5 or 10 impulses that you left are great. You test them and use them on a full mix as well. So yeah, you have to commit. It's very important if you want to get things done, right? Okay, and let's move to the next question. Austin Heyman says, hey Amner, thank you for all the information and time you have given to us over the past years. It helped me a lot. Just wanted to ask you your thoughts are on incorporating more exotic or non-Western instruments into rock and metal music in particular. For example, I could create a melody using a koto or a sitar, but only use it for this repetitive melody. It feels like I am disrespecting the value and potential of the instrument, especially as these instruments usually have an unorthodox sound and timbre to them that can help a song stand out. I think an excellent use of an exotic instrument is in the song The Flock by David Maxim Misick, pro guitar player and producer, friend of Pliny and the like. During the bridge before the final chorus around 3 minutes 50 seconds, it does more than just sit there and actually changes the song tone by shifting it into a Phrygian sound, then letting it go back to a more major minor tonality. Just something I ask myself from time to time. And Austin, great question. I think it's great to use different instruments or instruments that we're not used to use, right? In a rock metal environment, I think you will definitely stand out from a crowded music marketplace, rock and metal marketplace there. You're gonna stand out using those elements that and also you get out of your comfort zone, right? You start to write and to maybe by using them you also get new ideas, fresh ideas, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty cool to use instruments that are not particular to the genre that you are working on. So yeah, great question. Thanks a lot, man. And next question, thank you. Should we use the reverb and delay in the same track in the same chain? I usually make a copy of the vocal track and apply reverb in one track and delay in another track. Is this wrong? Well, first of all, there are very few things that are wrong in music production and audio or in this art, right? When you ask like, is this wrong? I respond, no. There's nothing wrong with that. You're welcome to experiment with whatever things you want. There are certain, like, you could call it rules, but nothing is written in stone. So yeah, definitely I like to use delay and reverb in the same chain, since nowadays most of the plugins, effects plugins like those, have a mix knob. You can blend the dry signal with the wet signal. I like to use them on the channel itself, on the same signal chain. And also I like to use reverb and delay as an effects track, right? As an send and return track, emulating an analog console. So yeah, definitely you can use delay and reverb in the same signal chain. Just be careful with the amount, of course, but with the mix knob you can set that very easily. One thing that I recommend you though is to use delay before reverb, right? So all of the delays, if you send the repeats to a reverb, those sounds will be bigger. You will be creating a different level of depth and sort of a landscape, right? If you send the delay to a reverb, right? So don't just let the delays alone, because they're gonna be very obvious, right? The repeats are gonna be very obvious, and with a little bit of reverb in those repeats, those echoes, it creates a very cool atmosphere. So by the way, I stole this trick from Mr. CLA, Chris Lord Algie. He uses this philosophy all the time. He always blends the delay into the reverb. So pretty cool. I have used it and works great. All right. Let's move on with the next question. Hunter, have you already started your critique of home producers' songs? Silueta, I haven't started, but I will start very soon, I promise. And yeah, just stay tuned here. I will do that. It's gonna be tons of fun to check out your songs and make some interesting constructive criticism about them, right? Using the best of my abilities, and of course listening and reading your feedback as well. So stay tuned for that. Sanu Marma, is it possible to separate the vocals from music in Cubase or other DAW? If yes, can you explain please? Sanu Marma, yes, of course. I just uploaded a video, Sanu Marma, with 8 free tools that allows you to separate vocals from music or instruments from music to get the stems, right? So I show in this video how to use them, and also you get the links to check them out. Jesse Paul, best free clipper for metal drums, soft clipper, I think. Jesse, great question. Yeah, I love clippers. Sorry, I love these plugins for a lot of instruments, not just drums. So the best free clipper that I have tried is the Van clipper. Let me show you here on the screen. This one, free clip by Van Audio, right? This is one of the best free clippers I know. Soft and hard clipping. So yeah, pretty cool to control the dynamics of drums. Very useful, and also it allows you to master louder without any distortion, right? Digital distortion, things like that. So the free clip, just go to Google and just type Van Audio free clip, and here's that download link for Windows and Mac. Let's move on with the next question. Charles Livingston, can someone explain the effect of oversampling on amp models? Sure, Charles. That's a great question as well. Oversampling is the process where the plugins, in order to avoid digital distortion on super high-end frequencies, because sometimes frequencies are from 20 hertz all the way up to 20k, right? But it can occur that frequencies above 20k that you cannot hear, they might occur, right? Especially when using high gain amplifiers. So these are like artifacts of the digital era, right? So when enabling oversampling in amplifiers, it allows you to avoid the digital distortion that might occur later, right? When you export the song or something. So yeah, oversampling is very useful in many applications. And so yeah, hope that helps. Pretty cool. Let's move on with the next question. Do you ever think it's scary the amount of emulated gear you can actually own easily with plugins? I only own 3 electric guitars, but have the equivalent of a household of emulated amps and cabs. And that's only taking into account paid plugins. I sometimes find it hard to justify so many sims when I only have a small guitar collection, but then again, amp sims are considerably cheaper. Greg, thanks for your question, and very, very good analysis. Yeah, I think this is a general thing that I see, and home studio music producers, we collect a lot of tools, right? It's insane the amount of tools and free tools that are available. So one thing that I recommend you is you have to set deadlines to create songs or to create content. So try to create more than you consume, right? Try to put as much as output there, out in the world. And also, one thing that I recommend you, apart setting deadlines, it's also, as I was telling in the first question, just go one day, just sit and look in your computer, dedicate the time only to remove stuff that you don't need, right? Because it's different wanting than needing, right? So if you have like 3 or 5 5150 amp sims, you probably don't need them all, right? You only need one, maybe. So yeah, just delete the other amps, and the same with the impulses, sample packs, stuff like that. So also, I think setting deadlines is very, very useful, and I want to work on that more next year, the beginning of the year. I'm going to let you know more about that. And yeah, that's how I do it. I try to put out stuff more than I consume, right? And yeah, I weekly, if you will, just look on your hard drive for stuff that you don't need and try them and be honest with yourself and commit to things, right? Um, it will allow you to work faster and smarter, and you're gonna make decisions quicker when you're producing, right? If you cannot, like you mentioned here, if you cannot justify the amount of tools that you have, it's time to delete some stuff, because you have to justify, okay, if maybe you're a mixing engineer and you mix a lot of genres or something, well, it's okay to have 4 or 5 different amp sims, right? Because one client might request a different sound or something than a perhaps metal musician or band. So yeah, try to justify what you have, definitely, and don't spend money. And yeah, it's easier said than done, but when you are about to purchase something, just ask this question and be serious about it. Do I want it or do I need it? Right? If you want it, well, it's sometimes it's okay to purchase stuff, for pleasure or right. But if you're gonna purchase it and left the amp the other week, or just with the news happen, yeah, just don't purchase stuff that you're not gonna be able to justify later. So it that demands a lot of maturity from us, right? To talk with yourself about this. Very serious. All right. I have here MTD on the chat. Hey man, have you tried the Auto 1111 yet? Hello MTD. Thanks for your question, man. I haven't, but I'm about to try it. I download the free trial they have, and yeah, I'm gonna try it soon. Maybe next week you're gonna see the video, but I am gonna put the Auto 1111 in fight with others. All right. And Sanu Marma again, he asks, I don't know how to use a guitar IR pack. Any videos, please? Sanu Marma, yes, impulse responses are files in wave format. They are snapshots, practically. They are snapshots of a signal chain in particular, right? Of the artist or music producer that captured that impulse, right? It says you can call it a snapshot of a particular room with a signal chain that he or she used to capture a sound, right? And these wave files, you use them on an IR loader. There are some free ones out there. I use Pulse by Lancaster Audio. So yeah, any videos, please, for sure, just look here on my channel, Abner Hunter iRs, or what are impulse responses. I explain everything in detail in a couple of videos, and also I have some free packages for you. The links are in the video description in case that you want to check them out. And also I have a video where I show you how to use impulse responses with free tools. All right, so those are the questions for today, my friends. And yeah, MTD, it's badass. I bought the full license. Wow, awesome, man. Congrats on your new purchase. I'm sure that if you bought the plugin, you found it very, very powerful, and yeah, so very cool. So yeah, my friends, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to do more lives like this. It's pretty fun. So if you're watching this video here live, or if you see the replay or something, thanks a lot for your questions. If you have more questions, please let me know in the comments, and in a future video I will be answering them. It was tons of fun. All right, let's see here if I have any other person here. Okay. So yeah, stay tuned for next week video, where I am gonna be testing the new plugin by Neural Dsp, and yeah, some free goodies for you in the download. I'm sorry, in the description box, you can get free PDF guides and ebooks, free impulse responses on my website, and I will be adding new stuff soon. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can find the link in the video description as well. In case that you want to donate, you will support me a lot by doing that. All right, my friends, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the time. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you very soon on the next one. All right? Take care and have a great weekend. Rock on.